You prayed for healing, but the pain didn't leave. You believed God could do it. You asked sincerely. You waited faithfully. And yet, part of you still feels broken. So now you're wondering, God, why is this taking so long? Welcome back to Scripture Power Stories. Today, we're talking about why God doesn't always heal everything immediately, and what He may be doing in the process, because one of the hardest parts of faith is trusting God when progress feels slow. You expected breakthrough. Instead, you got process. And if you're honest, that can feel discouraging, especially when you see other people moving forward, other people healing, other people recovering, while you still feel stuck in the same battle. But there's a moment in Scripture most people overlook, and it changes how we see healing completely. In Mark 8:22-25, people bring a blind man to Jesus, and Jesus touches him. Now, normally in Scripture, when Jesus heals someone, it happens instantly. But this moment is different. After the first touch, Jesus asks the man, "Do you see anything?" And the man responds, "I see people, but they look like trees walking." Now pause there, because this is powerful. The healing started, but it wasn't complete yet. The miracle was happening in stages, and don't miss what Jesus does next. He touches him again. Then his sight becomes fully clear. Now think about that. Jesus, the one capable of instant miracles, still allowed this healing to unfold progressively. Why? Because sometimes God is not only healing you, He's developing you. And maybe that's where you are right now. Not abandoned, not ignored. Just in process. Because healing isn't always instant. Sometimes healing is layered, and that's hard for us. Because we want immediate peace, immediate clarity, immediate restoration. But deep healing often takes time. If this is speaking to you right now, comment the word healing below. Because some of you are frustrated with your progress, when God is still actively working on you. And if you're serious about growing your faith, subscribe to Scripture Power Stories. Now let's go deeper. Because delayed healing can feel personal, especially when you prayed hard, especially when you believed sincerely, especially when you thought this season would already be over, and slowly, disappointment starts turning into doubt. You begin asking, did God forget me? Why is everyone else moving faster? Why am I still struggling with this? But healing is not always measured by how quickly pain disappears. Sometimes healing is measured by how differently you respond now, because maybe you still feel the wound. It no longer controls you. You still remember the pain, but it no longer destroys you. You still have hard days, but you don't collapse the same way anymore. That matters more than you realize. There's another layer to this. In 2 Corinthians 12:7-9, Paul talks about a thorn in the flesh. Something painful, something ongoing, something he desperately wanted removed. And Paul says he asked God 3 times to take it away. But God responded, "My grace is sufficient for you, for my power is made perfect in weakness." Now don't misunderstand this. God was not punishing Paul. He was sustaining him. And sometimes we think healing only means God removed the problem. But sometimes healing also looks like God strengthened you while carrying it. That's deeper than comfort. That's transformation. And here's the truth many people avoid. Sometimes we want instant healing because we want instant relief. But God is focused on complete restoration. And complete restoration often takes longer than temporary relief. So what do you do in seasons of delayed healing? First, stop measuring healing only by speed. Slow progress is still progress. Second, recognize how far you've actually come. You may not be fully healed yet, but you are not where you used to be. Third, trust God in the middle stage. The blind man in Mark 8 could have panicked after the first touch. But Jesus wasn't finished yet, and maybe God isn't finished with you either. You are not forgotten. You are not failing. And just because healing feels slow does not mean God stopped working. Some miracles happen instantly. Others unfold step by step, but both still require faith. This message helped you? Subscribe to Scripture Power Stories. We post new videos 3 times a week to help you grow spiritually, emotionally, and biblically. Stay connected.